Hello, my name is Jared Haugen, and today I'm going to be presenting to you my 2017 summer book project. And the book that I chose was The Hound of the Baskervilles, written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And let's get right into it. Really quick before I start this presentation, I just wanted to let you guys know that this book has a Lexile level of 980, and I think I already mentioned this, but it is written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, and also this book is 156 pages. In the beginning of the book, Charles Baskerville dies mysteriously. Rumors then spread that it was a hound that killed him. He died of cardiac exhaustion because he was too scared. Sherlock Holmes is then asked to protect Henry Baskerville, and he does so. They then find out that there's a curse on the Baskerville family. This curse happened because Hugo Baskerville, back in the 1640s, he kidnapped a girl and put her in his castle. Shortly after, he was then killed by a hound. Fast forward a little bit, and then Sherlock Holmes asks Watson to investigate with him, and Watson, of course, says yes. Watson was walking outside, and he ran into someone by the name of Stapleton. Stapleton was carrying around a butterfly net, and he was neighbors with Henry Baskerville. Watson then finds out that Barrymore and the butler are hiding something. And then some woman goes up to Watson and tells Watson that he has to leave London as soon as possible. But it turns out that the girl had mistaken Watson for Henry Baskerville. Sherlock Holmes, Watson, and Henry Baskerville all end up going to Stapleton's house so they can set a trap. But along the way, a mysterious hound attacks Henry Baskerville, that is. The dog bites Henry Baskerville's throat, but luckily, Sherlock Holmes kills the dog. When all three of them enter Stapleton's house, they then find that Beryl Stapleton is all tied up. Read the rest of the story to find out what happens next. Now, I'm going to show you guys a quick clip of the Hound of the Baskervilles movie. If I had to give this book a rating, I would probably give it a 2-star rating, and that's because I'm not the biggest fan of mystery books, but ever since I was young, I sort of used to watch little Sherlock Holmes cartoons, so I guess you could say in a sense I sort of liked it, but yeah, I've never really been a fan of reading mystery books, and I've never really watched any mystery TV shows or movies. Yeah, I can't really think of a mystery movie I've ever watched, but yeah, I'd probably give it 2 stars because it was okay, but it definitely was nowhere near one of the best books I've ever read. But one of the main parts that I liked about this book is the plot, and this book for me was actually pretty easy to follow the plot because I understood everything that was going on, and it really made sense because versus some of the books we read, like Lord of the Flies. There are just some parts in that I didn't even understand, but I really liked the plot of this book. That was probably my favorite part because when they all go out to Stapleton's house, they set up the trap. That's understandable. And then also, the only part that wasn't really understandable to me is when there's a sudden plot twist and then Sherlock Holmes was caught and he was the one that was delivering the food to the stone huts. That was pretty confusing to me, but yeah, besides that, I really liked the plot. Okay, so the conflict of the story is that the Baskerville family was cursed dating all the way back to the 1640s by Hugo Baskerville, and the reason that happened was because Hugo Baskerville captured a girl and he brought her to his castle, and basically shortly after that, a hound ended up attacking and killing Hugo Baskerville, so that's why the curse started on the Baskerville family. Some background on the author is that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was born on May 22nd, 1859, and he died on July 7th, 1930. So the resolution of the story is that in the end, Sherlock Holmes and Watson and Henry Baskerville come up with an idea to catch Stapleton red-handed. And this idea is that Henry Baskerville will enter the home that is Stapleton's, and Stapleton will be caught red-handed, which he was, trying to attempt to kill Henry Baskerville. In the end, Henry Baskerville, Sherlock Holmes, and Watson all end up being okay, and they all make it back to London safely. Shortly after this, Watson files the case closed. Speaking of case closed, that is it for my 2017 summer book project for Advanced Language Arts. I hope you guys liked it, and now let's move on to the questions.